powerful magnitude 5.5 earthquake struck Gao County in Yibin, Sichuan Province, shortly after midnight on June 29, sending strong tremors across southwestern China and forcing thousands of residents to flee their homes in panic. According to the China Earthquake Network Center, the earthquake occurred at 12:12 a.m. local time. The epicenter was located near Shahe Town in Gao County, with a shallow depth of only 6 kilometers. Because of the shallow depth, the shaking was felt very strongly across the region despite the moderate magnitude. Many residents were asleep when the earthquake struck. People reported being awakened by violent shaking, rattling windows, moving furniture, and loud noises coming from buildings. In several neighborhoods, residents rushed downstairs and gathered in open areas, fearing additional tremors. Strong shaking was reported not only in Yibin but also in nearby cities including Luzhou, Leshan, Chengdu, and even parts of Chongqing. Numerous residents living in high-rise apartments said ceiling lights swung violently and household items fell from shelves. Videos shared online showed frightened residents standing outside apartment buildings in the middle of the night. Some people were wrapped in blankets while others carried children and elderly family members to safety. Many residents remained outdoors for several hours because they feared aftershock. Security camera footage from shops and supermarkets showed products falling from shelves, display racks shaking violently, and merchandise scattered across the floor. Restaurants reported tables and chairs moving during the tremor, while some ceilings and decorations suffered minor damage. In villages near the epicenter, several houses sustained varying degrees of damage. Cracks appeared in walls, roof tiles fell from older buildings, and some doors and windows became deformed due to the shaking. Residents of damaged homes were advised not to return until safety inspections had been completed. Local officials said that dozens of houses experienced damage, with several homes suffering relatively serious structural problems. Authorities evacuated nearly 200 residents and moved them to temporary shelters, where emergency supplies including food, drinking water, blankets, and other necessities were distributed. Mountainous areas surrounding the epicenter also experienced rockfalls and minor landslide. Several rural roads were temporarily blocked by falling rocks, making access difficult for emergency vehicles. Rescue teams and transportation workers quickly cleared the affected roads to ensure relief operations could continue.
基本上早有那么多年之后，天也黑死人了。Sorry.
Following the earthquake, the China Earthquake Administration activated a Level 3 emergency response. Experts and emergency personnel were dispatched to the affected area to assess damage, monitor aftershocks, and assist local authorities. Police officers, firefighters, medical workers, and rescue teams worked throughout the night conducting inspections in villages and residential communities. Emergency crews checked damaged buildings, searched for possible trapped victims, and ensured that residents had safely evacuated hazardous areas.
你们现在有感觉吗？现在已经把我吓死了。我家里面我还是叠拼，只有几层楼，我家里面很多东西都已经打坏了，好吓人哦！我正在一个人喝酒，一个人吃着那个小龙虾和倚天虾，结果就把我吓死了。
Despite the strong shaking, electricity, telecommunications, water supplies, and major transportation routes remained largely operational. Authorities reported no widespread power outages or communication failures, helping rescue operations proceed smoothly. However, many residents chose to stay outdoors until daylight due to concerns about possible aftershock. Parks, school grounds, and public squares became temporary gathering areas as families waited for officials to assess building safety. Seismologists noted that Yibin lies within one of Sichuan's more active seismic zones. The region has experienced multiple earthquakes in recent decades because of complex geological fault systems beneath southwestern China. Experts explained that shallow earthquakes often produce stronger surface shaking than deeper events. Even moderate earthquakes can cause considerable damage to older buildings, especially in mountainous areas where landslides and falling rocks may occur. Local education authorities also launched safety inspections at schools, dormitories, and public buildings. Hospitals, shopping centers, and government facilities underwent structural assessments to ensure public safety. As of now, social order in Yibin remains stable. Businesses have gradually reopened, transportation services continue to operate, and emergency teams remain deployed in affected communities. Authorities continue to monitor seismic activity in the region and warn residents to remain alert for possible aftershock. Officials also advise the public to avoid entering damaged buildings and to follow information released through official channels. The earthquake serves as another reminder that Sichuan remains one of China's most earthquake-prone regions. Emergency officials encourage residents to prepare disaster supplies, learn earthquake safety procedures, and stay informed about emergency alert. Rescue operations, damage assessments, and aftershock monitoring are continuing as authorities work to ensure the safety of affected residents and help communities recover from the disaster.
"我操！